There is massive police deployment at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. There's been a shootout, and these are pictures that we are bringing to you of MIT. A campus police officer has been killed. One suspect is reported to have been taken into custody. There are reports of an explosion. There are reports of gunshots at MIT. This is adjacent to the city of Boston that just saw twin bombing on the day of the Boston Marathon. Now, what police is saying in Boston is that the MIT officer was responding to a disturbance call. He was shot at, multiple gunshot injuries. As of now, the shooting is not happening right now, but this entire area has been cordoned off. Police in Boston saying too premature to say whether the two incidents, the Boston Marathon bombing and this shooting at MIT, whether the two are linked. Dozens of police officers and state emergency response teams have surrounded the Computer Sciences Laboratory, the Department of Linguistics and Philosophy.
Little kids up at this hour, but for all we know, he's shot and he's lying in the street. All I know is that the officers, the posture they have, because these are state officers here and police officers waiting for the special weapons team. That's protocol. In case you've got a dangerous suspect, let the special weapons team deal with it. They show up a moment later. You'll see a Humvee where the guys bail out in tactical gear, and then they come out to effect an arrest. Since this guy's not moving at all, I don't know if he's been shot, if he's been wounded, if he's even dead on the street. But right now, here comes the tactical team, and they'll go in and effect the arrest. When they tell us that one person is in custody, I have to assume the guy's still alive. But whether he's wounded or not, we don't know. But the second suspect, that is really what has officers, as you can imagine, very apprehensive. These two guys clearly, for whatever reason, planning bombs at the Boston Marathon is what they're accused of. And as a part of tonight, killing a police officer and then also getting in a shootout where it sounded like at least 40 or 50 rounds were exchanged. And there was also an explosive device used at the end of it. It didn't sound like it was coming from the police. So clearly now it becomes a very scary situation, as Lauren was setting out, that she's trying to walk down the street trying to gather some information, and they were nice enough to come up to her and say, listen, you got to go. This is a dangerous situation.
And I have to think, police try so closely to control these situations. You even look at the crime scene now in the Back Bay, where they had literally kept 12 blocks off limits so that they could meticulously collect evidence. I have to think this is exactly the kind of situation they would want to avoid.